Good morning, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. It's good you're here today. It is Thursday. The week is almost complete. You've already seen the title. I am talking about vaping alternatives because you all requested it. But first, and I like these but first, I like throwing to yesterday so that you get to have a feel of what went on. I had a big day yesterday. Noise. I had a big day yesterday, and so did my son. So did my younger son. And I'm happy. I'm having a hard morning. The fog is here. Shastina shout out. I wish I knew more of how to handle the fog. It's one of the hardest things to handle in fibromyalgia. And sometimes it's just accepting that don't know what your head's doing. Excuse that. I'm trying to leave it alone or it's just going to get worse. It's going away. Anyways, yesterday, I think I told you all my son took a big step this week. Young Pasha is walking himself to school and walking himself home. In fact, because he started talking to kids and now he's got people to walk with. This is following exactly how it worked for me. It was about 11 years old when I started making friends and saying, Mom, I'll be home a little late after school, and I'm starting to get that. But therein lays the rub, is my days. I am a routinated person. Most people with high anxiety are routinated, are so close to OCD it's unbelievable, because we need things to happen in a certain way because we get used to it. We know what to expect. We don't have too many surprises. Dave can be told to F off. Because of Pasha now walking himself in the morning, so I don't need to worry about this. Is his mom getting him up on time, all that. He's looking after himself. He's walking himself home, so I don't go to the school at, that was 2:30, start walking to school, at 3 get him, at 3:30 I'm back here and I start looking after him until he goes home to his mom. Don't need to do that anymore. So it's freed up a lot of time that I don't need. I don't need any more free time, my friends. So this morning, I thought that I would try to, there's some people maybe walking by, I might even give you a peek of them. They're way underdressed. Let me throw up the temperature here. It's freezing cold, and these people are way underdressed. Ladies in their sweaters. Let me see what I can show y'all without interrupting their own privacy. You know what I mean? Way underdressed. But I see that all the time, and then people get sick. But anyways, so therein lays my rub, is I've got more free time, I've got more time to play with, and I've got nothing to do. At least I will find it. I will find my footing once again. So my morning is freer. My afternoon is more free also. And I just have to find, do I walk more? Do I go some places? Do I start playing my guitar again, even though these hands hurt? I can use a pick. It's making the chords that can be kind of difficult. Anyways, let's throw it to Gorda yesterday. Hey friends, it's Gord, and I don't know how well you'll see me or at all. We'll see what happens. But it is 6 o'clock at night. It is there's the moon. It's -6. It's snowing. Very lightly, but it's snowing. And it feels like -8. The camera has a hard time focusing, but then when we get to some lights, it changes. I am on my way to a parent meeting about bullying. It's a 3.5 hour. I honestly think I won't be able to make it through the whole thing, but here I go challenging myself because this is for my son. Pitter patter, I gotta get at her, folks, because the wind is cold and the snow's getting on this hat, and I honestly have to wear the hat. I've got quite a walk ahead of me, and then 3 hours. We'll see. Take care, friends. See ya. See ya. You know what I mean. Later. See that behind me? That's 5 points. I had people in the way. That's 5 points behind me. I just finished 3.5 hours sitting in a terrible chair, getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down, listening to a really good thing. You know, it was really good. It was all about bullying and cyberbullying and what we can do to help our kids and all that kind of stuff. Very important stuff. And that's why I stuck through it. But I want to say, here's a reason why I'm happy about legal weed. I've said there's quite a few pros. I talked about pros and cons. Here's a pro. I'm out of CBD at home, at least smokable CBD, and so I stopped there. I picked myself up a pre-roll. It cost me $6, and now I go home and I've got a nice joint of CBD that's going to help me with this horrible back pain from sitting in the chair for 3 hours. So friends, back to Gordon in the morning. Don't know what the hell he's going to talk about. I think I took up most of his time. Peace. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a fun night. It was a good night. It was nice to see such commitment from my son's school as to trying to eradicate bullying. Like any negatives, you'll never get rid of it, but if you can manage it better. I had quite a kick out of, there was 5 or 6 busybody people kept putting up their hands. Well, what's the school's commitment to this? What's the school's commitment to that? And as if they're questioning, and twice the principal stood up and said, you know, we are committed. If I know you're new mums, but you've got to see. And finally, I had to stand up and I had to say, you know, we're standing here talking about bullying in the school with 660 kids. There are 45 administrative teachers in administration. Of those 45, 6 are here. More than 10% are here. 15% are here showing their commitment. Of the 660 kids' parents, got to be 700-800 parents, there's 30 here. So if you're going to question anybody's parents, anybody's commitment, my dear friends, question your colleagues, question your friends, your kids' friends' parents, question your neighbor, and find out why didn't they show up. You know, shame, shame, shame. Don't put down the people that are working, put down the people that are ignoring it. or don't put down anybody. So, I promised you talk about alternatives to vaping, because all over the place they're making it illegal. If they just make it legal and give strong instructions, but I'm not here to talk about that. If you need stronger medicine and you don't have access to vape pens anymore because the cartridges have been made illegal, you need to look into different alternatives. The first one being the one I use on a daily basis is it's a little more expensive, but in the long run it lasts so good, and that's an e-nail. I'll put a picture of my rig right there. I bought that 2 or 3 years ago for $300, not the rig, but the electronics. I've once in a while had to replace the nail, and yes, you are looking at $300, $400 for the e-nail. You're looking at $100 for the dab rig. You're looking at $100 for a good nail. It's an expensive buy. But if you have shatters and waxes, you can always get some kind of Yokan pen, the Evolve Plus, all those different types of pens. They are really handy, they work really well. And the only other alternative I can tell you, friends, besides hot knifing, which really doesn't work with oils, it works with hash, would be just taking that wax or that crumble and crumbling it onto your pot, into your pipe. It still does wonders. So I hope that helps. I'm absolutely freezing out here, my friends, so you know what time it is now. Time for little known facts. And I gotta figure out where we are. The most popular item at Walmart is bananas. They sell more bananas than any other single item in stock. Isn't that unusual? Sunsets on Mars are blue. That's cool. I'm going to have to look up a Mars sunset and see if I can put it there. LBS comes from the Latin word libra, which means pound. LBS comes from Libra, which means pound. That's interesting. Friends, I like sharing stuff that all of us can get a little smile out of and learn a little bit more. I hope this finds you well. If it doesn't find you well, I hope it finds you high enough to get better. Peace and cheers, love and harmony. Catch you on the other side.